Creating an anxiety routine seems like it would be an easy thing, but it's actually a lot harder than you'd think. Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. Today we're doing our March reset, and I am recording this intro in the hallway because the first thing I'm going to do for the reset is strip my bed and wash my sheets. So welcome back to the channel. Thank you for coming if you are new here, and thank you for coming back if you are a subscriber. So I'm just gonna jump right into the reset, so let's get started. So I wanted to use this Febreze on my couch, but it says not to use it on fabrics like suede. So, I mean, it's fake suede, but does that mean I can't use it on the couch? I really want to, but it's not my couch. It's my mom's couch, so I don't think I'm going to take that chance. So unfortunately, the only thing I got Febreze was my bed, but it'll have to do. We'll have to figure out something else for the couch because it really does need to be Febreze. And I don't want to take the chance of this ruining it. So, if you guys have any recommendations, let me know in the comments what I can use on a suede couch to take out the odor. So, yeah, I'd appreciate it. There's no room over there, boy. You're gonna try anyway. See what it takes for me to do the other side of the bedroom, because I usually cut this part out. Okay, so while the washing machine is going and some of the physical reset activities are done, I'm going to get to the mental side of things, which if you do a reset, I highly recommend you do this. If I can get that reflection out of my glasses, because you don't want to do all of the mental stuff first in one shot, because you need to give your mind a break every now and then. But in the same vein, you don't want to do all of the physical stuff as well, because you need to give your body a break. So if you do a reset, I highly recommend that you do a little bit of the physical and a little bit of the mental, or vice versa, and then switch back to the other one later, which is what I'm doing. I did some physical stuff, now I'm doing the mental stuff, and then later tonight I will do more physical stuff in my bedroom. So I'm going to get to the mental side of things and try to set myself up for a successful and calm and, mentally healthy March. So the two things that I want to prepare for March mentally is I want to start a habit tracker, which I got this template off of Etsy for a few bucks, so I will link that down below. You can also see Keegan Acton use it in her videos, which is where I got the inspiration. It is customizable once you download it, so you don't have to use everything on the template, which I will show you. I did change one thing, so it is customizable. I tried once before to track my habits, and I felt like it was very unsuccessful, but I really do want to try to start doing it because I have gotten very overwhelmed mentally lately, and I feel like if I have something like this tracking my habits, and also I'm going to use it for, I want to start a new anxiety relief routine, because I don't really have one right now, and I feel like I'm just kind of flying by the seat of my pants with my anxiety, and it just keeps getting worse. So I want to create a routine of things that I do every day or at least every week. I haven't really figured it out yet, to help relieve my anxiety. And I don't know what that's going to be yet. You guys are going to kind of figure it out with me. So I'm going to use this template also for figuring out the anxiety routine. So this is a yearly tracker. It's for the whole year. It has all the months set up and everything. Well worth the $3. It's a digital download, and it's just a template, but it's well worth it. And you can make as many copies as you want once you download it. Because this one technically is for 2023, but I'm not going to go and just download a new one. I'm going to just keep copying this one and adjust it for each year. I'm not sure where I was going with that. But yeah, those are the two mental things that I want to do. I want to do a habit tracker, and I want to figure out an anxiety routine. If you have an anxiety routine, let me know in the comments how you came up with it, how it's working. I'd love to hear it. If you don't have an anxiety routine, I'd also love to hear in the comments what you feel you need to work on with your anxiety. Like, do you know what sets it off? Do you know what would make you feel better? Or do you just have no idea how anxiety works and you need some advice? I'm not a psychiatrist, I'm not a psychologist, I'm not any kind of medical professional, but I do live with anxiety, so I would love to be able to help you if you have any questions. And if you need an anxiety routine, you may benefit from this video. Ignore the sound of the washing machine in the background, but it's a very loud washing machine. And we have a little friend underneath the tripod. So if you guys shake, I apologize. This is the only way I can set up the tripod and have you actually see the computer screen easily enough. So this is the template that I got off of Etsy. It is as you can see, 2023 tracker, and it has all the months down here. I just got it, so I didn't use January and February, but they're basically set up the same as March. So we have all of the weeks and all the days with little check boxes. So you can put down over here what you want to achieve every day. And then it has all of these equations are already in it, which is great because I hate the equation part of Excel, to show what you've completed, how many you've incompleted, and the percentages, daily habits completed for the week, and weekly percentages. And then you have an extra spot down here for your weekly achievements. These are things you want to do weekly, but not necessarily every day of the week. And then monthly achievements, again, what you want to do for the month, but not necessarily every week or every day of the month. And then down here, this actually said 2023 goals, but I don't really need the 2023 goal part, especially with mind, body, health, and career. But I do want to track my health. And see, you guys just got bumped because Mischief jumped on my lap. The reason I want to do a monthly health tracker is because I do suffer from a lot of things like anxiety, like migraines, and, you know, stomach issues and stuff like that. And I would like to keep track of it based on how often it happens, but also why it happens, what I eat or what I do that day that might be causing it. So I put health tracker, but I did not change the headings as of yet. So I am thinking I'm going to leave mind, because I'm going to put things like migraine, anxiety, leave body for stomach issues, pain, arthritis. I think I will leave health as well, and make that like my general health, like my, you know, if I'm burnt out or if I notice any other issues that are outside of mind and body, I will put that in there. But we're going to change career. And I think we're going to change it to sleep. And we're going to get rid of the checkboxes. I don't need the checkboxes for the health tracker. So we're going to get rid of those. And this will be the dates. So I'm just going to do it easily. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Can you tell I have an office job? 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, and 31. Perfect. So that will be our dates, and then these will be what I feel on those days, and then we're going to just do the same for the other boxes. All right, so here we have all of the boxes. We're going to just leave them blank with the dates, and then each day I'm going to record how each of these things are feeling. and how much sleep I got. So that's done, and I have to rechange this again because we screwed something up in the spreadsheet, but I fixed it, so that's fine. And so now we just have to go in and add our achievements. And now the daily achievements are going to be the harder bit. So I think I'm going to start with the monthly and weekly. In the month of March, I want to become financially stable. And that means something different than it does for you guys. Oh, wait. We don't want it there. We want it over here. Financially stable. So what I mean by that is I just want to be able to pay all of my bills on time without stress. So basically that means I have to make at least $1,000 a month, although it would be nice if I make more so that I can contribute to the household groceries and things more often. But right now we're focusing on being able to pay the bills without having any delays, without incurring any late charges or any of that stuff. So that's one for the month. Also for the month of March, I want to take every weekend off. This means both Saturday and Sunday off of everything except like relaxing household stuff. The only work thing I plan to do is the planning for the week, and that's just because it doesn't really work to do it like on a Friday or something. So that's the only work thing I plan to do on a weekend, but otherwise I want to take every weekend in March off. We'll see how that goes, but that's my plan. For some odd reason, even though it's barely 10:30 in the morning, I have a low battery light. That's never happened before this quickly, so we're going to plug you guys in, and I'll come back and let you know how the form went, and I'll chat about what I put on my goals. So now that my battery is charged, I am gonna go through this spreadsheet that I did. My goals and things for the month are not really all that great. Nothing, special, but just stuff that I've noticed that I struggle with. So for March, my daily achievements are wear my glasses, which we already know that there's probably going to be at least a day in there that doesn't happen. But I'm hoping if I put it on the list, that means it'll happen more often. Put on jewelry is more just about putting in earrings to make sure my holes don't close up. But I've also been trying to put my rings on and stuff because I know that when I wear my rings, my productivity is better. Don't know why, I have no clue. Don't know the science behind it, but I just know my productivity is better. So I'm trying to remember to put my rings on every day. Read for pleasure. I mostly do this already, but there are some days where I have so much work and stuff that I just don't do it, and I just scroll on Facebook, which is a waste of my time. So I want to try to read for pleasure every day, do something that makes me happy. It doesn't have to be anything huge, just something that makes me feel a happy vibe. Drink water, again, one that I'm pretty sure is not going to happen every single day, but I'm hoping if I put it on there, it'll happen more often, because right now I really just drink coffee all day and then have soda with dinner. And as much as I don't think you have to have tons of water every single day, I really should be drinking more than I am, especially with my pains and things. But I just I don't want you guys to think that I'm telling you have to drink water. There's a lot of influencers out there who say you have to drink a certain amount of water every single day and make you kind of feel horrible if you don't. And I'm not saying you do. Do what you want. It doesn't matter if you drink water or not. But I have decided that I do need to drink more. I'm not going to drink a lot. And when I say that it's a daily goal, it doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to drink like a whole glass of water every day. But I just want to make sure I get some water in my system. So whether that's, still having my coffee and then drinking water with lunch and then soda with dinner, or soda with lunch and water with dinner, whatever that means is what it's going to be. Then we have post Instagram. I'm very horrible about posting to my Instagram, so I want to get better at that. Advertise business. This is going to be kind of threefold. It's going to be my business, the business I'm doing with Lynn, and the Fiverr. So as long as I advertise one of those each day, then that counts. Do the dishes, whether that's loading the dishwasher or not. Take a nap. Now, a lot of people might say, how can you put take a nap on your daily goal list? because surely I don't have the time to take a nap, right? Well, I'm going to make the time, because I've found that I don't sleep very well at night, and so then I'm dragging throughout the day, and I'm relying on things like caffeine to get me through the whole day. So I want to make sure that I take a nap every day. What time of day that's going to be, it's going to depend on the day of the week, since my mom works from home a lot. But I'm hoping I can get to taking a nap most days in March. And then I want to make sure I do my night routine. Now, I haven't done a video on my night routine because it's really nothing spectacular, and you guys kind of see it in every video. But basically my night routine is light a candle, watch some vlogs or some TV, depending on, if I have vlogs to watch, and then read a book. Very simple. Sometimes it includes a hot beverage, sometimes it doesn't. But I want to try, no, I'm not trying, we're doing. We're not trying, we're doing. I want to do or do not. There is no try, people. I want to do my night routine every day, because I know that when I don't do my night routine, my morning is bad. So I am going to do that every day. Then for my weekly achievements, I decided to use this kind of for my chore goals, because I did make a chore schedule for myself. So every 2 weeks I clean for my uncle, which is why it's only on week 1 and 3. And then the other 2 weeks I dust the bedroom/office, and usually the whole apartment, really. So I put that on the other 2 weeks. Then the rest of the tasks for each week are exactly the same. Brush the cat, do the laundry, write, and record a podcast. Recording a podcast is probably going to be the difficult one, because it's kind of hard to record a podcast when my mom works from home. But the brush the cat always happens on Saturdays. Laundry always happens on Thursdays, and I want to make sure I write at least once a week. Right now my plan is 3 times a week, which you guys will see more in my writing vlogs on my next channel. But yeah, so at least as long as I write at least once a week, then I can check that off. And then my monthly goals, starting with 2 that we started with before my battery died: become financially stable enough to pay my bills, taking a weekend off. We talked about all of that in the previous clip, so I'm not going to go into detail with that. But I also want to go see a movie in March. I was going to go see Dungeons and Dragons, but that doesn't start until the very last day of March, so I think that's probably going to be an April task. But I do want to go see a movie, even if I go by myself. Post 8 vlogs, that's 2 videos a week, and 4 videos is for the author tube channel I am starting, which by the time you see this might be created, might not. Well, the channel is created, that much I can tell you. The channel is created, but I haven't done anything to it, so I will link it down below like I did in my last video, but there's nothing happening on it just yet, but there will be, so you can go and subscribe ahead of time if you like. So that is the habit tracker for March, and we'll see how we do. And now I have to take this exact same template, start over, and make it into a anxiety relief routine. I'm going to do this off camera just because I don't know exactly what I'm doing yet, but I will share it with you guys afterward. Creating an anxiety routine seems like it would be an easy thing, but it's actually a lot harder than you'd think. I'm not sure how great mine is, but it's a start, and I hope I can adjust it as I go to see what works, what doesn't. But I try to think of what causes anxiety and then what I can do to relieve that anxiety is kind of hard, because when you're not in the moment of anxiety, you're not really sure how it happens. Like, I can say that the other day I had anxiety over a client's manuscript, but if you're not actually in the middle of it, it's hard to identify what you can do to relieve it and how you feel from these certain things that create anxiety. A lot of anxiety, it just comes out of nowhere. So it's not like you plan to have anxiety, and a lot of things could cause anxiety that you don't normally experience. So it's kind of hard to come up with a routine, but I think I have something that will help. I just kind of thought about my day and thought about the things that I usually do that if I don't do it tends to cause some issues. So let me show you what I got. So for the anxiety routine spreadsheet, I just took out everything that was down here and just left the daily, because honestly, that's all you really need. I mean, if you thought you needed the other things, you can definitely customize it, but I just didn't feel like there was anything that they would help for. So I decided to put in that I have to do my morning routine every morning. Now, my morning routine you saw includes skincare, putting on my glasses, watching television, having a nice slow morning, eating good breakfast, stuff like that. So I just put in morning routine to encompass all of that. Manifesting positivity, obvious reasons, working only in office, lost my voice there. Working only in office hours. This one, I set office hours a couple months ago, I think it was, so that I could, actually have a stopping point, and that so clients knew that they couldn't contact me outside of those office hours. And I followed them for a while, but it's been getting kind of out of hand again lately. So I wanted to make sure I do that every day. And regardless of the work, if the work is done for the day or anything like that, stop when office hours are over. Lunch break. This one should be obvious, make sure I have a lunch break, but there are some days where I get myself so stressed out that I work through lunch and then forget to eat. And that's not good. So we're going to make sure we eat lunch. We're going to take a nap, which, like I said, I put that on my habit tracker too, but I want to include that in my anxiety routine so that I can get an idea about if I don't take a nap one of these days, did I have anxiety that day? That is one thing I probably should have left down here, is to track the anxiety, but I will put that back in. And then breathing exercises. This is not necessarily like yoga or any of that stuff. It's just taking a moment to close my eyes and breathe normally to try to get through any slight anxiety attacks, the beginning of a panic attack. Listen to a podcast. I was doing this for quite a long time where I would listen to a podcast every night. But a lot of my regular podcasts, they stopped having new episodes. So I have to find some more podcasts to listen to and make sure that it's only something I listen to at the end of the day. Whereas like Lynn's podcasts, obviously because of what I do for her, I listen to those as soon as they're up. But I need to find some more podcasts to listen to at night. Spray mattress basically just means I'm going to spray it with a fragrance. Right now I'm using like a strawberry fragrance, but it doesn't matter what fragrance, just a fragrance that is calming to me, something that will help me relax into going to bed, and then make sure I'm in bed by 11 p.m., which most nights I am, but some nights I unfortunately stay up reading or watching vlogs until 1 o'clock in the morning. So that is going to be my routine for March, and we'll see how it goes. And then, like I said, I will add back in under here somewhere to track how many times I have anxiety or a panic attack. Oh, it is bright out today. You can see the reflection of my glasses of all the snow. So now that that's done, it's time for lunch, and I am going to get going on that. And I'm very red today for some reason. Weird. And then I have to get to work. So I will see you guys again for the rest of my reset later tonight when I do some more physical tasks. So stick around. Y'all, because I just spilled water everywhere, and best believe I said some choice words. Days like this that I hate this freaking bedroom. It is too small. If I can't even make my bed without knocking over a water bottle or freaking having to go around the bed 8 million times like some freaking I don't even know. I don't even know what I'm saying right now, so I'm going to stop recording, finish making the bed, and I'll check in with you guys in a bit. You just gotta get your fur all over the nice clean sheets, don't you, boy? Don't you, Mr. Man? You just gotta get your fur all over it, don't you? All right, let's continue with the reset. Unfortunately, I was not able to finish the first day, so we're just continuing. Today's March 1st, so it still works to reset for March. So we're just going to continue and finish our last few tasks. I'm going to start again with physical activity and clean the kitchen. So we clean the kitchen on a regular basis, but sometimes we don't always clean like above the stove, the cupboard, because it's not the easiest thing in the world. So let me show you the kitchen. Looking at the kitchen like this, you'd think, it's really not that dirty. You know, it could use a little scrub down, maybe a sweep, nothing bad. And that's usually what we think. But then, if you open up these blinds, you can see, I don't know if it's going to show up on camera, but you can see that there's more grime on the cupboards than you think. So we're going to give it a good scrub down. I'm doing this for a reset, but I'm also hoping it's going to surprise my mom when she comes home because she's been having somewhat of a bad week at work. So I just want her to come home to a nice clean space. So we're going to do the cupboards, the counters, make sure the stove is clean, although we did just clean it last night, so it should be fine. I'm going to clean the toaster, the microwave. We're just going to give it a good scrub down, and then we'll mop the floor. So you don't have to listen to my very extremely noisy neighbors, I'm going to put this on a time lapse. Adrenaline, so give it everything that you got, don't stop. In your eyes, I see a fire lighting up as we're getting away. There's no going back and I'm loving the chase. Where you go, I follow. When I'm giving up, never hitting the brakes. There's no going back and I'm loving the chase. When I'm giving up, never hitting the brakes. There's no going back and I'm loving the chase. You would think that would have been easy. It was not. I am out of breath. My muscles hurt. But the top cupboards and bottom cupboards are done. Let me show you the after result. You can see here that with the sun shining on it, you can still see spots. They're water spots, they don't want to come off, but the nasty grime is gone. So that's what's important. And I did up here, I didn't show you the before up here, but this was disgusting. And the tops of the cupboard doors were nasty too, which I never expected them to be that gross. So I'm glad I cleaned them, and all the bottom cupboards are done, and I cleaned the dishwasher. I don't think I'm going to touch the stove, mostly because I can't do the inside by myself, and I know we're just going to dirty up the stove again later because we're having egg sandwiches for dinner, so I'm going to leave the stove alone. But I do want to do the countertops, the dishes, get the dishwasher running, dust off the top of the microwave. Does your microwave get this bad, guys? Because we just did this like 2 days ago, and it's already this disgusting. I don't understand why the microwave gets so dusty. But, so I'm going to clean that, wipe down Mom's salt and pepper shakers, do the toaster. My every heartbeat, I can feel the blood rush through my veins. You know. Somewhere in the distance, the sun's coming up. Everything is blurry, the trees flashing by my side. My side, we're far ahead. The horizon never seems so close. The sky is red. We're not out of the woods yet, you know. Don't stop. In your eyes, I see a fire lighting up as we're getting away. There's no going back and I'm loving the. One of the things a lot of people don't realize that they should probably do at the end of the month or at the beginning of a new month is clean out your devices and your inboxes. I usually do this on a normal basis, but February was quite a busy month, so things did kind of get all over the place, and my emails are kind of piled up. So it's not that the emails are unread or anything, it's just that there's stuff that should be printed and then put in the appropriate files. So I'm going to do that next, and I don't know how long it's going to take, but hopefully not too long, because aside from that, there's only one other thing I need to do for the reset, and I don't want to be doing it in the dark. So it's 3 o'clock now. I'm going to get going on cleaning out my devices and organizing all that. One thing you should really do when you are resetting is anything you've been putting off. And I have been putting off fixing this chair because I don't know if it's coming through on camera, but it is slanted this way, and that's not good for my back. So we're going to flip it over and see what's going on. Try not to kill ourselves in the process. Or break anything. So that's pretty much my reset routine. It changes month to month. It's not always the same thing, but there is one more thing I do like to do, and that is dust my bedroom. Now, I normally would do everything, but it's getting late, it's getting dark, and I'm getting tired, frankly. So I'm going to just do the main things I use every day, and that is my bedside table, my dresser, and then a couple of shelves here, which I'll show you. A couple of these shelves that I, grab stuff off of pretty much daily. This stuff over here has been done recently, so, and the headboard stuff's been done recently. I'm gonna leave it alone for now, because it's kind of an all-day job to clean all that stuff, and I don't have all day, so I'm gonna do that, and then I'm going to check in with you guys a little bit later when I do my absolute final reset task. Now, this is not a task I do every month because sometimes it's just impossible, but it is something I do prefer to do for my resets. I have to do the dusting and then head off to the grocery store real quick to get a couple of things because we're getting a storm. What else is new in New York in March, right? The noise of the fan. It's just too much of a pain to turn it off. So we're just gonna quickly end this vlog. I hope you guys really enjoyed the reset. Like I said, my reset kind of changes every month, so there wasn't too much going on for March, but I definitely do feel better. I like what I did for the reset. But one more thing that I do as a reset task, usually, like I said earlier, it's not always possible, but I try to do it, is when a new month starts, I start a new book. So tonight, my choice is The 7.5 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle. I wasn't really feeling like a fantasy or a romance, so I decided a mystery was the best choice. So I'm gonna get reading on this, and I will talk to you guys soon. So make sure if you enjoyed this video, you give it a big thumbs up. And if you want to see more content from me, as always, just hit that subscribe button down below. And I will probably do another one of these resets for April because it really does help bring in a new month. So let me know if you'd like to see more resets. Let me know if there's anything specific you want to see. There's a form in the description, as always, where you can request a kind of video, and I try to do them all if I can possibly can. So feel free to request some videos down in the comments or in the form. And I will talk to you guys soon. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye.